protect your nose?
Are you gonna protect your nose from the bee? Are you protecting your nose?
Davey started biting his lips when he was about 17 months old, and it would last for about 2 months, and then it would disappear for 2 months and come back again. And here we are at a time where he was not biting, and so we were basically at peace for a while.
Do it.
Mom.
Mamma mia!
Mamma Mia came off of a cartoon that he had been watching.
Okay, now Daddy's gonna try to get your nose. Oh no, he's gonna get your nose.
At this stage of Davey's Lesch Nyhan, we've only had some lip biting. And he has not yet learned to self-harm with his hands at this point. Sadly, what we didn't know back then was that his life up to 3 years old would be the most carefree and safest period from the increasing self-injury that was to come. I did a lot of internet searches, and everything came up basically cerebral palsy. And if it weren't for the fact that he was lip biting, I would have just accepted that diagnosis and just accepted that this is just how he's going to live. Now, in a previous video, I shared how Davey started biting his lip and we used Band-Aids, and also how we found a way to protect his lips using this device. And in the following months, you can see some photos with and without his mouth guard, as the biting came in waves of 2 months on and 2 months off. Obviously, Davey was happy without the mouth guard, but he was also happy with the mouth guard in because he knew that he was safe.
Do the vroom vroom. Ah. What happens? There are 2 vroom vrooms in the sky. Move your hands. Vroom vroom. Vroom vroom.
Twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Here's your neck, your ear, and that's the camera.
Can you show us your muscles? Show us your muscles, little guy.
In the sky, twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Dad. Can you say mama? Mama. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
My daughters are waiting for the monarch butterfly to emerge so that they can show Davey. He had been crying and fussing, and so they were hoping this would cheer him up. But with every new thing, Davey always gets scared. And eventually we learned to be careful in how we introduce new things to Davey through the years.
Little star, how I wonder what you are.
Are you kicking the wall? Are you big and strong? Yeah, show us your muscles. Yeah, big and strong. Big and strong. And big? Yep, big and strong.
Davey had typical athetoid movements, where his muscles would go between hypotonic and spastic. Slow muscle movements followed by a violent flinging of the arm or the leg. We enjoyed watching Davey play and move his arms and legs and just chitter-chatter, because we were hoping that one day this will all disappear and he'll just get stronger and become well.
Monica taught him to fly. She said that's how birdies fly.
Oh,
So that's what he's doing.
that's how birdies fly.
Can you show us how birdies fly? Okay.
While other 2-year-olds were running around and playing, our little 2-year-old was just struggling just to get up to try to call.
Good job.
Bottle? You want your bottle? Okay, let's go get it. Come on.
Bye-bye, little guy. Bye.
Within a few seconds of asking if he wanted a bottle and actually getting up to get a bottle, Davey was already showing signs of anxiety. For those people who don't understand Lesch Nyhan syndrome, they will think that this is just a willful child, but it isn't. They might even suggest to not give in to their cries, to teach him patience, to make him wait, and to tell him no. The Lesch Nyhan mind is not wired in the same way as a typical toddler's mind would be when you tell him no. Davey is more sensitive, emotional, and anxious than a typical toddler. Dealing with the behavioral or emotional aspect was complicated because there was a portion of childhood temper coupled with Lesch Nyhan behavior that he just couldn't control. So we just needed a different approach, such as avoiding things or places that trigger his fear, or redirect his attention to something else if he's self-harming. Ignore or pretend that you didn't see the behavior or that it didn't hurt, and reassure him that you understand that Lesch Nyhan was the one that did it, not him. Do everything possible to protect them from self-harming, because once they start, it only increases. If you protect them early enough, it lessens their anxiety and decreases their self-injury once they feel they are safe. It could be cushioned walls, protective mitts, arm splints, mouth guards, teeth removal, soft helmet, padded furniture. Keep anything away that causes injury. When Davey was 2.5, his cousin became one of his caregivers. Davey started lip biting again, and unfortunately it also came with biting his left index finger. So I made a 1-finger glove, which soon became a 2-finger glove as the injury increased. I spent a lot of time researching on protective gear, and although there are some on the market, they were not geared towards the severity of Lesch Nyhan syndrome. So I ended up having to make my own, and at the beginning was very bad, but it did the job for the moment. And with the help of caregivers and my children helping watching Davey, I was able to come up with designs enough to protect Davey, and it got better and better as the years went on, and so I'm very grateful for their help. When Davey started biting his fingers, we didn't realize it would become a permanent part of his future. We didn't know that we needed to get him arm splints or orthotics. So thinking the finger biting was just temporary, we just put some Velcro on some cloth and that was it. His PT suggested that we get him foot orthotics and also start using the walker. And his cousin came up with a really creative idea to get him to walk. Here, Davey's cousin and aunt are helping him with water therapy. He had a great fear of water, and we found out in later months that if we had just had a beach ball, that would have been enough to distract him from his fear. I can almost tell what he's thinking. Davey got his first medical stroller with a lot of exposed metal, but he had yet to start self-harming with his feet. And by the time he got this walker, we needed to start padding more and more things. Although this photo makes it seem like Davey's getting stronger, but in truth, what he really is like is this most of the time. He found it hard to keep his head up.
Keep going. Come on, you were crawling. Show everybody. Come on, little guy. You can do it. He was crawling, but now he doesn't want to do it.
His siblings help take great care of him, and sometimes when I come back into the room, I see this. They were playing doctor.
More? You want more? Want more book? It's your book. I'm gonna do it. If he said go, go. Oh, okay. Say bye-bye.